Greetings, sports fans. This is George with Custom Tied Flies and Guide Service. Excuse me. Before I go into this, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And the ingredients to this bug will be in the description. Today's bug is CT's Tom Rosenbauer's EKC Caddis. I'll be back in a second and we'll focus on the bug. So as promised, here we are, focused on the bug. This is what it looks like when it's done. So we're just going to take that one out. Get my Mustad C49 hook in the vise. My good old Renzetti Traveler. Here is my thread. It's Semperfli in 70 denier. Get tied in. I'm going to run my thread back to the bend. And then, so I'm using Snowshoe rabbit foot that I get from Nature Spirit. And you got to comb out some of the underfur to use as dubbing for the body. So you want to get about a 2-inch noodle or so. Remember, it's easier to put on than it is to take off. This snowshoe hare is really interesting. It's very hydrophobic, so it floats. It repels water. And you're going to run this up almost to the eye, say 1 eye width behind the eye. That's going to leave room for you to put the other stuff on and still have room for your head. Okay. Now comes the fun part. You got your rabbit's foot. This is the front part of the rabbit's foot. And I break mine off. So I do. And then just get in this little sweet spot. Get your skizzers in there. Trim you a clump. And then you're going to pull the underfur out that you're going to use for dubbing on other bugs. I got my little mustache comb here. Just going to give it a couple of combs. Make sure I got all the underfur out. And what I'm left with is this little bitty bit. And I'm going to put that right on the top. There we go. And now you're going to use 2 of these Nature's Spirit CDC in Pale Morning Dun. Pale Morning Dun. These are CDC Tufts. Hairline calls them Oiler Puffs, but they're really small. You just kind of stack them on top of each other. Line up the fibers so they look like that. And that goes right on the top. That's a little too far back. You want them to be kind of lined up with the hair. There we go. And just get your scissors under, get those quills off. And then one of the maybe 2. Just kind of depends. Yeah, we're going to use 2 on this one. Depends on how dense the fibers are. There, that's CDC in medium gray, the Tufts from Nature's Spirit. You got to be careful of how much wind you make while you're moving around, because these things are real light and they'll just poof, disappear. And later on, you'll be sweeping up your bench and you'll say, oh, look, there they are. And just line that up with the rest of those. Now here, you want to give your thread a spin, because you want that thread to be nice and tightly wound. Trim those things out. There we go. And then the thorax and head are more of this snowshoe hair, foot under fur. Put a little more on there. You just want these little tiny wisps. You don't want to get real fat with your dubbing noodle. Sorry, I'm going to need a more light here. Here we go. Then I'm going to put a 5 3 whip on here. And I'm going to finish it off with some Rumpf head cement. Just a little itty bitty bit right on top there. And then to make sure that I didn't clog the eye, I'm going to run this and make sure that I didn't clog the eye. So there you have it. CT's, I'll turn that light away now. CT's Tom Rosenbauer's EKC Caddis. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. You can find this and other bugs on my website at www.custom-tied.com. That's CUSTOM-TIED.com. Have a splash. Don't forget the dash. Happy tying.